Our decision making. Do you over something? Haile Selassie is king. Look into his thoughts and burn solid. And 45 years, nation building, hydroelectric, 6,000 megawatts of power hydraulic. All nations value their internal resources for the internal benefit of citizens. In idealistic, how it's always warranted. In realistic, it's been very corrupted. The impressions they give, tried and tested, tried and tested, tried and tested, tried and tested.
Got to be tried and tested. You got to be tried and tested. Tried and tested. We made it in today. Shannon City Wake Up Call. Your afternoon wake up call. Coming to you out of Port City, North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina, 365 days a year. March the 10th, 2016. We moved that Wednesday show over to Wednesdays called The Battle of the Bullet. The Battle of the Bullet, because we're going to be dealing with elections all the way until November the 8th. So we're going to move that Thursday show. We moved it from the morning over to the afternoon because we want to be back in the studio. I didn't like those remote sites because it just didn't give me the proper feel to say what we like to say. We like to be in the cave and talk the way we like to talk. Also, didn't want to echo and wanted to give you a quality product. So we moved to Thursday at 12. And we'll be at 12 o'clock from here on out. And when we go into the new schedule after the election, we'll still be going to mix it up. Some people miss us in the morning. Some people say, hey, I like to hit you at lunchtime. So that's where you got it. You got your lunchtime break. So you all this, I see we got some called in on the album. I'm looking at you right now. You all this on the lunchtime, 15, 20 minutes. I hope you're getting your lunch on. And we're going to talk a little politics this morning. Write me in. Write me in. No, I'm not applying to seek for office, but I just want to let that option know that option is there. The reason why I said that, we were at dinner last night, and my daughter, my new daughter, Brooklyn, welcomed her to the family, and my son, who's married to her, we were talking, and she was frustrated. As a young person, I like to sit with young people and talk politics. And so I get my children around, and we're talking politics. And a conversation came up on Trump. And so we were talking about who was the best candidate, Trump, Hillary, and we're going back and forth. And so Brooklyn said, hey, I don't like none of them. I just don't want to vote. And I said, whoa. So we had a lot of people, a lot of young people that, I'm not going to vote. My vote's not going to count. My vote's not going to mean anything. And I used to be the same way. And I have to help her see, I said, Brooklyn, well, if you want to protest your vote, fine. But I got a better way to protest your vote. And I did it jokingly. And I said, in so many words, I was trying to hint at her, like, do you like the way I talk politics? Then write me in. And I say that to say, we all that know the political process, there is a process of writing in a candidate. That's the best way to protest. Don't sit home and say, my vote doesn't count and I'm not going to vote because I don't like any of the three of them. Because then we're not paying honor and tribute to Fannie Lou Hamer. We're not paying honor and tribute to Rosa Parks. We're not paying honor and tribute to Medgar Evers. We're not paying honor and tribute to Frederick Douglass. We're not paying honor and tribute to those that went before us that fought for us to right to vote. Here we are in 2016, here in New Hanover County, and we've got 3 candidates that's black in the primaries trying to get into the general election. Those 3 blacks years ago would be trying to get to the polls, not trying to be a candidate, they was trying to get to the polls to cast a vote because they had so many questions like, to you young people, how many bubbles in a bar of soap? Yeah, that was a question for you to cast a vote. How many bubbles are in a bar of soap? Well, you can't get that answer right. So, of course, you out. Wrong answer. Yeah. So, when we say I'm going to protest my vote, no. You want to protest your vote? Write yourself in. Let them know. If the government get millions of dollars where people just wrote themselves in, that might wake the government up and tell them something. Because, frankly, honest with you, I agree with you, Brooklyn. The 3 candidates to me not hitting on anything. Yeah, I know y'all telling me about Sanders, but I got some stuff on that I'll drop on you later. He's cool and all, but I think it's a little too late for the salt, you know. I've already ate the food and I want the salt later. I'll tell you about that later. But it's some other things that I don't like about that. That's just me personally. So I'm looking at the Hillary. You know, I know how I feel about her. She killed Gaddafi. Right? And she'll never get forgiven for that. And Obama didn't kill her. She killed him. Never gonna forgive her that. The minister told us that. We know that. And Trump, I've told you from the get-go I felt like Trump. See, I've always felt from the get-go that Trump is a play to get Hillary in. I think at the end of the day, Trump was sent in. Let's think about Trump now. Let's play with this Trump because I told you we we're gonna get outside of local politics. But let's play the Trump card. Trump, a conservative, a hotel casino, gambling casino millionaire. Anybody ever been to a casino? Anything go on in Vegas? That's how he makes it. A conservative, please. He makes his money off liberal people. He makes his money off the American liberal way. Do what you want to do. Screw who you want to screw. That's the way. So he slides in with his money because he didn't take nobody else's money who controlled the service. You can see he told the Jews, keep your money because you're not going to control me. I'm running because I got a hidden agenda. You're going to see his agenda in a minute. Everybody remember this book? I'm showing the book for you radio audience. Write me in. Dick Gregory. Study this book. If you don't have a copy of this book, I'll tell you what I do. This book, Dick Gregory, I can't find too many copies out circulating. So if you don't have a copy and you would like to read it, I will Xerox it, page by page, and send you chapter by chapter because I think I'm going to start this show doing something on this book because there's so much that Dick Gregory was saying then that applies now. So Dick got fed up. Dick said, hey, write me in. This country is easy to fix. I can fix this. The cop and the hunter. I mean, he said so many great man, write me in. Get this book. Dick Gregory, write me in. Now, back to local politics in the few minutes I got left. I got till the 15th. There's 5 more days. We got 5 more days before the election. And I heard from rumor mill that as a Republican, you know, I shouldn't be in the Democratic business. I'm not in the Democratic business. I'm in black folks' business. I just registered Republican. I ain't a Republican. I'm a black man in America. Let's get that straight. Because I heard the little comment. And I heard the little comments. Yeah, he's a Republican. No, I'm a registered Republican to vote. I'm a black man. A black man, 100% black man, that care about his people enough to put my voice out there for the people. So you sitting at home running your mouth? No, I'm a black man, not no Republican. Let's get that straight. Who's smart enough to know that we should have a foot in both of these parties with eyes on both of these crooks so we can control our own destiny. Well, why don't you become an independent? Because I can't find out what's going on as an independent. They won't let me in the room. That wouldn't make sense. Unless you're going to create your own party. Now, if you're going to create your own party, yes. But how you going to be an independent and play the same process? I mean, I'm an independent, but I'm going to play the American. If you're going to be an independent and get the hell up out of here. Let's be independent and start our own party. Let's be independent and separate and let's move. See, I done told y'all about them two roles y'all playing with. You say separation and you say integration. But you really don't want to separate because you say, oh, I'm an independent. No, what you need to do is form your own party. Write our own constitution. Get us some land. Declare ourselves free and sovereign state. That's separation. Still feeding off the government, riding off them, playing their tax game, playing their welfare game, playing their housing game, getting their checks. That's not separation. That's lazy. The people out in Montana, they separating. The people out in Colorado, they separating. The people in the mountains up in West Virginia, they separating. They're declaring themselves free from America. That's separation. They're not trying to feed in off her and ease out. They leaving. That's separation. Laziness is still trying to hold on to the titty and get enough so you don't have to go out and do anything hard. I'm tired of these brothers talking about I'm free and I'm separate. If the wife out there, the sister out there working, and you know the good and well the scriptures say maintain and protect. But it said men are the maintainers, but you ain't paying no bills. But that, man, come on now. Don't let me, why did I get there? Don't get me started. They write me in. Back to our local. We got 3 running, and we still running 3. Yes, I'm talking about in the Democratic primary. Yes, I am a registered Republican on paper. However, I'm a black, and I know most blacks are in the Democratic Party. So I say let's push them 3. Because if we get them past the primaries, then we can make an all assault, Republican and Democrats that's registered, because in the general election, we can push 3. I believe that it's possible to get those 3 out of the primaries. It's the general election where we're going to have to take some deal making and some pushing to get it done. But like I said last week, if you have faith, the grain of a mustard seed, you can say to the sycamore tree, be uprooted and be removed. You just got to have faith and a willingness to do it. You got to, this lip profession, man. This lip professing. Got to stop lip professing. If we're going to run, run. If we're going to be about it, be about it. If we're going to do this thing, do this thing. Our people, our young people are ready. If you tuned in to yesterday's show, there was about 66 callers on yesterday's show listening to a young man articulate how he felt. Corey was so beautiful yesterday. He articulated, and he kind of laid back. You have to listen to him. He's not loud like me. He was being himself. And he was very eloquent and did a wonderful presentation on how he felt. They ready. He had 66 callers lined up, ready to go to work. Upset, but patient and following the process. Somebody said, "Now you shouldn't call the show with Battle of the Bullet." Why not? That's what you're going to get. If you don't make this process work, all I have to do is sit back and wait. Why? Am I advocating violence? No, you are. Did you read my first book? As long as you keep sipping your coffee, you are calling the violence in, not me. You got to keep producing. You keep not giving them jobs. You keep housing down where they come out and can't get fair housing. You keep the education process where they dumb down from middle school all the way from kindergarten to middle school, and by the time they get to high school, they know nothing, they got to drop out. You keep calling this a gang violence situation when you know good and well you can control it, and you do control what comes into the community. You keep no jobs, not trying to create no jobs, sending everything overseas. You keep this incarceration process, this new Jim Crow, this moving everybody to the prison reserve system, which is nothing but a new form of slavery. You keep that process going. You keep telling them they can get in the door that you know they cannot get in because you got it closed shut. You keep that process. No, I'm not advocating the violence. You are if you continue the process in the road you're going down. But if you change and give them a proper ballot, yes, I'm asking you once again, a proper ballot. Yeah. Sit down. Let somebody else run. Peace and blessings.